This morning I'm not feeling good, so I'm going to do a good exercise this morning that might be important to pay attention to. I'm going to explain some ways that my disability has changed my life and how not getting treatment and having my mother and father bear false witness against me has totally destroyed my health, got me injured. I got scars on my body, and still today, my finances are destroyed by them because I have this disability. But today, we're just going to focus on the real world differences that I have to live every day of my life with because I have a disability that is not being treated and that my father continues to bear false witness against me, making it so nobody is willing to help me with this disability. Because after 25 years of moving me from state to state and lying to doctors, it makes it really hard for the person himself to get medical care if you have already paid in 5 different states 100 different doctors to do medication issues, give your son shock treatment or whatever, based upon story after story, and you bared false witness already 200 times against your son at the doctor's office. It's a little hard then for your son as an adult to go to the doctor's office and get help with a very different disability that he's had for 25 years, but not a single doctor was told about. That makes it difficult. But I'll give you an example. Every day, I have to take my meds out of a med box here. It's an ammo box. You might be wondering why I sleep with my meds. Why would that be necessary? So normally I would like to keep my meds on my side table, kitchen table, or medicine cabinet. My favorite is a medicine cabinet. But why might I not be getting my meds from a medicine cabinet? Once again, due to my father and mother bearing false witness against me, I am not receiving any medical treatment for my neurological disorder. When I wake up in the morning, man, the mold's bad today. I'm squeaking when I breathe. When I wake up every morning, I wake up with my neurological disorder. At the age of 12 years old, if I woke up in the morning and tried to go down the stairs, I would hobble and trip sometimes. If I tried to throw something like a baseball in the morning, it would go the wrong direction. If I tried to kick a ball in the morning, I would miss the ball with my foot. If I tried to play basketball at any age, at any time, morning, afternoon, or night, if I tried to shoot the basketball, there's a 90% chance I'll get an arm spasm in the process. If I shoot the basketball 10 times and it's a fall day, 90% of the time I'll get a spasm. But if I shoot a basketball in 90 degrees summer, then it's only 50-50. Maybe 5 out of 10 shots I get a spasm in the arm, and the other 5 I don't. It doesn't mean I make the shot. Don't get me wrong. Just because I'm in control of my muscles doesn't make me know perfect shot. But at least where I am aiming is where it will go. My muscle will not make me twitch to a different location. It's like when letting go of a tile, when skipping a rock. If you want to make it go left or right, is about the time you let it go. So if I want to aim left, I let go early, it goes a little left. If I want to go right, I would let it go a little later and it would go right. I don't have that ability. I learned that at the age of, I don't know, 14, 15. I was skipping rocks, and normally I do just fine. I can get the rock really far. But my aim isn't great. I've thrown things in the trees, I've missed balls, but I think I got this today. I think I got it. So I go a little higher up so I can get the tile really far, and I go to throw the tile and it goes the opposite direction with where I want, and my most loving friend and family member gets a little cut on them from the tile because I smack them with the tile because I hold on to the tile too long. I'm aiming left, it goes right. Plus, I'm up on the top of the hill, so I'm a little further back. So, if I was more forward, that wouldn't have happened either. But I wanted to see if I could get the tile to the other side of the river. I wanted to get this thing really, really far. But instead, I just aim was terrible. But this also used to happen with basketball quite a bit. I try to throw a basketball to the hoop, it goes the total wrong direction and misses the hoop completely. But then I don't get a spasm at all, and at least I get to throw the ball. Now, that doesn't make me a perfect shot, doesn't mean I make the shot. Just means that where I'm shooting is where it's going, which is great. Now, this is at childhood. I'm in New Mexico, and I'm trying to run in the cold, and I keep falling down and hitting my chin against the ground. It's early in the morning, it's cold out, they have us run around early in the morning, and I can't move my legs, so I fall and fall and fall, and I end up curling up behind a tree. Now, I've done this several times where I've curled up behind this tree whenever it was cold and my legs weren't working, or if I was falling, or if I was uncomfortable. Also, at the age of about 7 years old, we go to Hampton to visit a relative. We're on the beach. I say I'm cold. They say they're not going to leave yet. It's not time to leave. They start getting cold and they start putting on like this little windbreaker jacket that somebody has. The other people start getting cold and now they say it's time to leave. But for the last half an hour or 20 minutes, I've just sat there quietly staring at a bucket, not moving my arms, not moving my legs. I can't move my arms anymore without it hurting, and I can't stand up or move my legs, so I'm just frozen with this bucket. They tell me to clean it up, so I just pile it all together, and it actually hurts. Then they want me to stand up, and I'm having trouble standing up. So then my mother leaves me there and decides, okay, fine. And she thinks this is a normal situation where I'm going to come running, oh, mommy, mommy, mom. But there's a medical condition here. It's not stubbornness. But see, my mother, once again, is bearing false witness against me. She's trying to act like there's nothing wrong with me, like I'm a normal child. She hasn't told the people that there just was an overdose. She didn't tell the people that she messed around with the medications. She didn't tell anybody she was drugging her child. She didn't tell anybody about how she bared false witness at the doctor's office on several occasions. She didn't tell anybody how the teachers were talking to me in the hallway about a really bad change in my body, and she wasn't telling anybody about this coordination issue that people were calling home, and they were trying to get my mother and father concerned and to look into my health. But instead, my mother just wants to put me in ballet. These type of issues are not being told to these other family members that we're visiting. My mother's just going to bear false witness and make it look like I'm trying to be stubborn. Oh, he's just some evil, stubborn kid who wants to make things difficult on me. That's it. He just wants to make things difficult. Meanwhile, my mother's the one drugging and destroying my body, making things difficult on me. I'm cold. I can't walk. I can't play. I couldn't even use my bucket and spoon. I'm in so much pain, I can't even play with my bucket and spoon. All I can do is sit there and freeze to death. I can't move my arms, anything. So eventually my mother comes back and rips me up out of the ground. It hurts. I get one big shake. My whole body seizes for a second. Just one big shake. And then my mother tells me to walk and she drags me. She's trying to say, I'm not carrying you, and I'm obviously hobbling and having trouble. But after a couple steps, I'm able to kind of warm up my nervous system. And this is when I first realized that if somebody forces me to move around and I get a start, it will hurt. I will fall, but it will keep moving. Where if I keep moving and keep moving and keep moving in the cold, sometimes I'll just make it there, but I will fall. It will be extremely painful. I will get shocked in the nervous system. But once when I get started, if I keep moving, sometimes I'll make it to my location. That's when I first realized that I might be able to push this problem and hurt myself and get to point A. And this was me realizing that I have a disability and nobody else cares one bit that I'm crying and I'm discussing this with my mother and all. None of that. Nope, nobody gives a fuck. They all think it's, oh, he's stubborn. He's some stubborn asshole. He's just some evil kid. He's just out to get me. Oh no, he's a liar. He's a thief. all that bearing false witness bullshit. Something that the Bible very clearly says not to do in the Ten Commandments. Do not bear false witness. You know what that means? Jumping to conclusions and making statements about other people that might not be true. Like if your son has a swimming medal, did you see your son win that swimming medal? Have you ever seen that swimming medal before? If your answer is no, then you don't get to bear false witness. You don't get to control the narrative. You don't get to call your son a thief. You don't get to call him a liar. You don't get to destroy his self-esteem. That's why God put that in the Bible, so your son doesn't get destroyed at the age of 7 because you're an adult who likes to do evil deeds. You like to judge other people, and you like to bear false witness for attention. That's not good. There are consequences to that, and the consequences might be your son dies at a young age, and that's also murder. So you're taking somebody's life away. You're bearing false witness. You could keep going with this, but that's my pet big one, bearing false witness. And you also got to make a choice not to do these things in the future. You can get forgiveness for bearing false witness. I've done it. I've accidentally bared false witness. I absolutely have. And I am very happy when it's proven to me, and then I can ask God for forgiveness. I'm one of the first people to go, oh shit, I'm wrong. Yep. But there's also crazy people who just want you to be wrong so they can judge you. That's usually not anything where they're trying to have you understand anything. So I love understanding. I love information. I love evidence that I can put together in a puzzle to get full understanding, and I give everybody the full benefit of the doubt. When I see a man on the side of the road with paint all over him, a backpack, looking homeless, walking in the rain or something like that, I don't think to myself, oh, that's a homeless bum. I think to myself, oh, I have no idea what's going on with that man. The only way I could figure it out is by asking the man himself. Hey, why are you covered in paint? I just came from a painting job. Oh, you got tools in your backpack? Yeah, these are all my painting tools. Oh, so you just came from work? Yep. And I have to walk to the bus stop to get home. Oh, okay. But if I was to bear false witness, if somebody asked me, what do you think's wrong with him? Oh, he's just some bum. That's me again bearing false witness against somebody. I just called somebody a bum, a homeless person, and maybe he doesn't get a ride now. Maybe the person I'm with would have given that guy a ride if I just said, I don't know. What is the truth? I have no idea what's going on with that man. We would have to ask him. The only person that knows what's going on with that man is that man himself. Even the doctors, they only got maybe one health issue about that man. Maybe they know his left foot has gangrene. Maybe that's what the doctors know about him, but the doctors don't know that man. All they know is what's on his medical chart. And if that man had a mother like mine, the doctors know nothing about him. Because if you have a mother that likes to make up mental illnesses and likes to make up illnesses, likes to play doctor, likes to fuck around with pills and all that, and likes to move you every 2 years to a new state or a new location, if you get something like that, your doctors will never have any clue how to help you. But yeah, that's my bit.